All right, Jonathan asked, if we don't sign George Kittle, should we try and sign Jamal Adams? I guess, but if you don't sign George Kittle, then you probably want to trade for David Njoku first. That's who I'd rather have, because you still need a tight end in the Kyle Shanahan offense. I think Jamal Adams, the odds of that happening are like 0.2, literally like 0.2%. I just don't see it happening. So they will sign George Kittle, but I guess if worse came to worse and the sun exploded and they didn't want to sign George Kittle, then I would look for another tight end, and that'd probably be David Njoku. Excuse me. Let's see here. Braden has a lot of questions. Who's better, Ward or Tart? Ward is much better than Tart. That's why they paid Ward and will put Tart at the number 2 spot. That one's easy. Ward is much better than Tart. They re-signed him for a reason. They think he's one of the top 10 safeties in the NFC. I think he is too. That's why they re-signed him. And that's why, again, they're not so high on going ahead and getting Jamal Adams, because Ward's really good and Tart's fine, So I think they're going to be okay overall. Obviously, if they did trade for Jamal Adams, he'd be in Tart's spot over Jimmy Ward, but they're not going to trade for him, so it's not going to matter overall. Follow me on Twitter. As you guys always know, at Real Thomas Mott, the place to give me a follow. That way, you guys can interact with me on Twitter. I answer your questions. If you DM me, I answer a lot of questions. So give me a follow on Twitter, at Real Thomas Mott. We're approaching 2,500 follows on Twitter, so be one of the next to follow me. Follow me right down below, at Real Thomas Mott. What game are you looking forward to watch in the 2020 season, and what NFC rivals you want to watch? What game am I looking forward to most in the NFC season? So the first 3 games are kind of boring overall, because you have the Cardinal game will be interesting, but the Jets and the Giants. I think week 4, Sunday Night Football against Philadelphia is going to be a fantastic test. I'm very much looking forward to that one overall. And then the Saint rematch. I think the Saints rematch is going to be a lot of fun. I'd go ahead and say the Saint rematch at the same time. And then, of course, Seattle, right? Seattle's the one that we all circled. They were the 2 best games last year for the 49ers. You had the overtime win and then the stop at the goal line that basically won the division. So Seattle, Philadelphia, and the Saints are going to be really fun games overall this year. Cannot wait for each and every one of them. Speaking of Seattle versus the 49ers, who's the better wide receiver, right? Same draft class. Both played well. Listen, Metcalf's a lot better than I thought he was going to be. Who's better? Type S down below for Deebo Samuel. Type NM down below for DK Metcalf. Let me know what you guys think. Listen, Samuel's better in my opinion, but Metcalf is way better than I thought he was going to be. He's the number 1 target right now behind, I think he's better than Tyler Lockett. He's one of the top guys right now in Seattle. So let me know what you guys think down below. Let's see, this next question comes from 21NC Dorado. He says, rental idea. Would you trade D Ford a 3rd for Jamal Adams, Quan Alexander, and a 2nd for Joey Bosa, Solomon Thomas for a 5th? Goodness gracious. How many trades are we going to do? Hang on. Okay. D Ford a 3rd for Jamal Adams. I would do that trade, yes, because you would free up enough money for Jamal Adams. Yes. I'll check. I would do that one. Quan Alexander and a 2nd for Joey Bosa. I guess, but man, you're getting a lot of draft picks for expensive players. How are we going to afford both Jamal Adams and Joey Bosa? I don't know. Solomon Thomas for a 5th. No one's going to give you a 5th for Solomon Thomas because he stinks. Save some money and upgrade our defense. Okay, the problem is that Solomon Thomas is only on contract for 1 more year, so you would only save this year's money. You wouldn't save any money next year, and then you'd end up paying Joey Bosa more than you're paying Solomon Thomas. It probably would not work out in the cap space. You could probably only do one of these trades. You can't do all 3 because I don't think the cap space would work out overall going forward in the future. Only one would make sense, but it's a fun idea. As obsessed as everyone is with Joey Bosa for some reason. I guess the idea of the brothers playing together is just like too exciting to fans, which is fine. I get it, but the odds of it actually happening, man, very, very slim. Dreamer100 asks, I think we can still get David Njoku unless you free up money. I don't know where you're going to do that. Like I said, D Ford is probably your best option if you want to free up money quickly. He's due like $14 million this year, but you still got to re-sign Kittle because you don't have the money to do that right now. And then you got to re-sign David Njoku and give up draft picks. I don't think Njoku's going to happen. I said that before. I'm going to stand by my prediction of that one overall. Let's see. Crocbox52 is asking, how many yards will Aiyuk have this season? I think in the past I've said like 600, 700 yards. Deebo had, 800 yards last season? The odds of Aiyuk getting 1,000 yards, the odds of any rookie receiver getting 1,000 yards in 2020 are very, very slim. I think 600, 700 yards overall and still getting 5 or 6 touchdowns is a very successful year. Remember, Deebo had 800 yards, but only 3 touchdowns. So I would take more touchdowns and less yards from Aiyuk in terms of his 2020 season. So 600, 700 is where I would go. But it could be as less as 400 because wide receivers don't do well their rookie years unless your name is Odell Beckham Jr. who will have a bigger impact overall from the rookies in 2020? Is it our first-round draft pick or our our first-round draft pick? Type K down below for Javon Kinlaw. Type A down below for Brandon Aiyuk. Man, this is tough because Kinlaw's playing alongside all these other stars on the D-line, so the odds of him getting like 10 sacks are very, very slim. But Ayuk's a rookie wide receiver, and rookie D tackles perform statistically better than rookie wide receivers. So I guess I'd say Kinlaw, but it's tough. Let me know what you guys think. K for Kinlaw, A for Aiyuk. All right, time for a couple more here. Let's see. Kevin Andrews asked, do you think there will be more coverage on TV with Corona limiting live sports? What do you mean by coverage? I mean, they're already covering the games and stuff, right? I don't know what more coverage you guys could be looking for unless they're doing like practices and stuff, but the media can't watch practices or else the other teams would know the play. So no, I don't think there's more coverage because there's already a ton of coverage overall. And plus, we do a ton of coverage here at the 49ers Report. So you should go ahead and subscribe. That way you don't miss a single video. And listen, if you're watching ESPN, again, today, they probably didn't even mention the 49ers minus like one little snippet on Raheem Mostert. I don't know. I didn't watch. Whereas right now, we're doing 30 whole minutes on the 49ers plus on a live video. And we'll do more tomorrow and more the next day. It's just how we do it here. So if you want to get constant 49ers coverage, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. It's the little bell down below, and it would say make your life way easier regarding the 49ers. Okay, couple more. Cree, I think is how you say his name. How do you think Kendrick Bourne will perform this season? Hopefully similar to last year, just minus the drops. If he did not have like a 40% drop rate back in 2019, he would have probably been the #1 wide receiver on the 49ers roster, but he dropped so many touchdowns. The amount of balls that hit him right in the hand, he just dropped them. It's ridiculous. So catch more passes, and up you're going to go on that depth chart. Drop more passes, and wing down you're going to go. You're not going to play very well, and that's been his problem overall in his career. But he's been training. He says he's going to be good, but like every 49er this offseason has said they're going to be good. Trent Taylor's going to be fantastic, and Kendrick Bourne's going to be amazing. We'll see when we actually see me get onto the football field. It's going to be very interesting, but hopefully better, but probably like 500 yards and 3 touchdowns. That'd be my guess overall. What do you think of our coach, Kyle Shanahan? He's terrible. He's awful. The worst. No, he's fantastic. He's like one of the best young head coaches in the National Football League. He's fantastic. Good question, but I think he's really, really good. I don't want to answer this next question, but I have to. What about AB? I said before, the day you sign Antonio Brown is the day the National Football League starts their internal investigation on 3 separate incidents that AB has been involved with over the past calendar year. They would immediately suspend him, and the odds of him playing in 2020 would be next to nothing. That's why he's not signed. It's not that he can't play. It's not that he's even going to be dramatic when he gets signed. It's that they cannot keep him on the football field because the NFL will suspend him. So you're done 18-7. I would say AB is done. No one's going to sign him unless they want to be suspended for 8+ games. Let's see. What do you think of the 49ers? 49ers, if we do not win the Super Bowl this year, what are our chances of winning the following year? These are so hard to answer. I don't know. Good? I mean, as long as the 49ers core is still there and the young core is obviously still going to be there, I think they're going to be good overall in terms of their chances. They're a top 5 team in the NFC to win the Super Bowl this year. I think they'll be a top 5 team to win the Super Bowl next year. Until you start losing good players or good players start stinking, I think they're going to be pretty good overall, probably a top 5 team for the next couple of seasons overall. 49ers Stronger Together campaign is still going on right now at chatsports.com/SFstrong. I can pick up this t-shirt you guys see right over here to my right for as low as $13.99, $13. All proceeds go to the coronavirus relief fund, so a great cause overall. The NFL makes no money off of these. The 49ers make no money off of these. It's gray. It matches my shirt right now. That's really cool. It comes in white. It comes in a hoodie. It comes in men's and women's sizes. It's great overall. chatsports.com/SFstrong. Winter is coming, and it's always cold in San Francisco, so grab the hoodie. That way you can rock the team and also still not be freezing cold during the long winters that you know they have up there in the Bay Area. chatsports.com/SFstrong. Most of them are 30% off right now. Link is down below in the description box. All right. Those final questions in. We got time for a couple more here. Jarrett asked, will the league raise the salary cap in the future? Yeah, the cap always goes up, but it doesn't go up a lot. Like, it's not like the cap goes up and it's like, oh, we can now sign like 8 new players. It goes up and it's like, oh, we can give like an extra $5 million. So the NFL always makes more money year after year. So yeah, it will go up, but it's not going to go up enough for the 49ers to magically be able to afford every good player in the NFL. Let's see. Taiwan Ramsey asked, will the 49ers trade/cut McKinnon, Coleman, and or Mostert for Jets star running back? For Jets star? For Le'Veon Bell? Is that the question? Should the 49ers trade cut McKinnon for Le'Veon Bell? No. Le'Veon Bell makes like $13 million. There's no way the 49ers can afford Le'Veon Bell. It's just not going to happen. Now, they might trade for Raheem Mostert. That's very possible, but you would not do a player-for-player trade for Le'Veon Bell. He makes way too much money. Speaking of Raheem Mostert, what should the 49ers do with him going forward this offseason? He wants to be traded. Do you trade him? Should the 49ers trade him? Type Y down below for yes. Type N down below for no. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. I think they're going to. I mean, will they? I think that they're going to. That's a very real possibility. I think it could be happening sooner rather than later. But he is signed through this year at $2.75 million, so he's got to fulfill his contract. You hold out, you lose money, so they might just say, hey, we are not going to trade you, and then they're going to make him play. So, I don't know. We'll see. Dreamer. Got a lot of questions in here from Dreamer today. Should we go out and get Logan Ryan? No, you don't have enough money to sign Logan Ryan. That's my answer. That's the answer to any person the 49ers want to trade for right now. They have absolutely no money to go ahead and trade for Logan Ryan. Here's a good question. Sophie asked, what do you think will be the easiest game of the year? I think it'll be the Jets game. What is that, week 2 or week 3? Cardinals are 1. I think Jets is week 2, and then the Giants is week 3. Jets will be the easy game. Now, the Jets are going to be better than they were last year, but the 49ers schedule is not easy for the majority of the season. So Jets or Giants, that trip out to the East is probably going to be your 2 easiest games. Get them out of the way early. That way you can win as many games as possible going forward in the 2020 season. So